Okay, sir. So this is the home screen of ASLAP portal. And as Colonel Venkat has just told you about SLA project, I would just take 2 minutes and tell you what is Student Learning Assessment Project is all about. Student Learning Assessment Project is telling you that what are the levels and gains of the students that we are assessing in through Student Learning Assessment Project. So main goal behind and the vision behind of SLA project is to evaluate the technical students of India for their overall qualitative growth during their course of study. So in short, I would just say that SLA project is to reach at a particular, if you want to achieve your goal, you can judge yourself through by taking this assessment. So this is a homepage of SLA project in which we are showing you different tabs over here. So first of all, this is the homepage, and then after that we have About Us tab, we have FAQs, we have bulletins, we have contact. On the day of opening of portal, which is 13th of September for all the TEQIP colleges, we will be giving you one tab here for registration, which will be enabled on 13th of September, and so forth and so forth. And we will be displaying the latest news over here, and we'll be telling you the announcements. And the institutions will get their in their registered email ID, they will get the registration details and the link also one more time. And just to give you the overview of what all disciplines we are covering here in SLA project. We have engineering, we have emerging areas. In engineering specifically, we have civil, mechanical, electrical, electronics and communication engineering. We have computer science. And in emerging areas, then we have management, we have maths, physics and chemistry for first year students. We have aptitude, we have MCA, we have higher order thinking skills. Other than these subjects, other than these disciplines, we are actually extending the SLA project in near future, and we will be, as and when it will be planned, we will be adding those subjects also in this. So I'll just start off with the QA. Yes. So this is how it will look like. And by the time I click on register button, these drop downs will appear. And for the institute, we have to click on institute button. And from here, if I just select the institute, it will show me institute, whether it is AICTE approved or non-AICTE approved institution. So I click on AICTE approved institution, select the institute PID. Say, for example, I'm selecting so it autofills all the details that we have with approval AICTE, and it tells the institution to check. It is not editable, so the institute cannot change any details here. but they can just set the password for themselves for the institutes so that they can get into ACE-Lab project. So I'll just write the password here. And by the time I click on register button, I'll get one mail in my email ID which says of this sort, which says, Dear Adhunik Institute of Productive Management and Research, thank you for registering on AICTE-SLAP application portal, and for further information we are just asking them to verify the email. By the time they click on verify email, they will be redirected to the login page. From here they can directly log in as institute, and then they have to enter the email ID. I press on sign in button. By the time I click on sign in button, it gives me all the details, the basic details basically. So it has few columns which can be edited, like Women Institute, whether it's a Women Institute or not, whether it is NBA accredited or not. So at the time of approval, it might be a NBA accredited, but it is not right now. So they can change the accreditation from here, and they can change these details which are left editable. So in the next tab, as we can see, it is showing us head of the institute. Then we have nodal officer. Then we have assistant coordinator. Then we have the examination details, that how many students will be there and total number of room of examinations. And then we have internet facility, whether it is available or not. So that is this, all these details the institute will fill, and in the preview and submit we will see all the details that are filled. So because for the demo I have taken the already filled up details page, so that's why it is not showing me the submit button. But when you will be registering it for the first time, when you will be logging in for the first time, the institute will get one submit button on the end. By the time they click on submit button, they will get this print option here. By the time they click on print button here, they will get one PDF which can be saved for their later use for their institute details that they have filled in ACE-Lab project. The next tab is courses. These are the courses that institute is taking as of now. So I can select 10. So it is showing me all the courses that the institute is handling. So it's like civil engineering, computer science engineering is there, and we have mechanical MBA, MCA for this particular institute. So after that, we have another tab which is telling me the faculties. So faculties tab particularly has all the faculties that are auto-populated through our approval process data. So, and if the institute wants, if the institute wants that, for example, the Saswat Das has already left the institute, they can click on it and just write, just click on it. It will look like relieved. So if they want to add the faculty from here, then just click on the add faculty button and they just write the faculty ID, department and first name and so on, and click on save button. It will automatically get populated on this screen. The next tab is students tab, which is telling us the students enrollment. Like we have the option of add bulk students. By the time we click on add bulk students, we have given one option which is asking you to download the sample Excel file. By the time I click on this, it actually gets saved to my PC. and I can open it, fill the details and browse the file and then upload the file, so that in one go all the students will start appearing on this page, or one by one also I have an option to add the student by clicking on this button. So these are for the student, how to insert the student on ACE-Lab portal. And the next tab shows us the students verification. This particular page is for the students that are from outside and that are not belonging to the particularly to this institute, but they have registered through this institute. For example, I am studying in some open institute, but I want to register through IMT India. So IMT, through IMT, I want to register myself. So I'll just register through that, and during the registration, I'll write IIMT as my institute, and the student will start appearing on this page. By the time the nodal officer will see all these students on their login, and if they see that the student is can be accepted or rejected, they will actually do the needful, and they can either accept the student or they can reject the student from this tab. And then we have another tab called approval for assessment, which is showing us the internal students. So students pending for approval are those students which are the institute's own students, but they have their approval pending. And the approved students are those students that have already got the approved, that are already been approved by the institute, and they have got the assigned date also for the assessment, the start date and the end date. So at any point of time, the institute can edit the dates also by clicking on this link, and they can change the date. For example, if Ravi Kumar is not is doesn't want to give the assessment between 20th to 22nd, we can change this date from here. Then we have, for the institute, we have the dashboard, which is showing yes. So this is the dashboard for the institute, which is showing the details of how many total assessment the institute students have taken, and total assessment shows the student plus the faculty, and this is showing us the students assessment. What is the average score the students have gained? This is the rank where their institution is standing. Then we have assessments in the institutions. Then we have departments and various things for the institutional dashboard. Then we have another dashboard called student assessment, which is showing us particularly the total number of students that have appeared for the assessment, and how many are registered for the ACE-Lab project, and how many have given the assessment. In particular, mechanical, if you want to see, it is showing us here, and we can click on the report and see how it is showing us for the mechanical. Pankaj Verma, how is his report? And then we have the gap analysis. This is internal gap analysis of the institute, which is telling the institute that how many students are not registered. So from here itself, if they actually start working, the institute dashboard output will start increasing. So by seeing the gap analysis, if they'll start improving on the performance, the dashboard will start increasing. So this is all for the institute's login. I'll switch on to the students login now. So for the students login, I'll just show you how to register first. I have to register as student now. So I'll just write my email ID. and click on click on get details. By the time I click on get details, it will automatically get populated. So these details are those details that institute has given us. So at the time of registration, after registration, when institute gives us the details of the students, those details will get populated here, and the student will now set the password. Example, I'll just and I click on register button. By the time I click on register button, it will show me one email of this sort. Dear Avisha Khanna, thank you for registering. This is a student's verification email. Thank you for registering on AICTE SLAP project. We require some more information. For more information, they have to click on verify email tab. That by the time they click on verify email, they will be redirected to the login page. From here, they can log in as student. Login as inside login as student, they can just write their email ID. When I click on sign in button, it will show me the application details that I have filled during the registration. So from here, if I want to see the preview, it will show me the preview of the details, and I'll just update them. I click on assessments tab. I'll click on assessments tab. Now it is showing me total number of questions and total time that I have for the assessment. So total questions is 100 here, and total time for the students to take the test is 100 again. So by the time I click on take test button, it will ask me to set the level. I click on, for example, I am an undergraduate student. I click on undergraduate, then I select the year. Then from here, I am selecting all these, and from disciplines, I'll just select the subjects that for which I want to give my assessment. When I click on take assessment button, it will show me this page, which is telling the assessment guidelines. Again, one more time, which is telling me 100 questions, 100 minutes, and the basic guidelines that all students know, that you have to switch off the mobiles and all the close irrelevant tabs and windows. By the time I click on this button and click on start button, it will take me to the tour. The first step is welcoming you to the AICTE SLA portal, and then by the time I click on next, it will show me this is where the discipline will appear when you are giving your assessment. Click on next. This is how the question will look like. These are the options, and so forth and so on. I'll keep on clicking, and it will take me to the tour completely. It is telling me the time, how much time is left for the assessment to get over, and in which section I am. And if I have marked the question, I have saved the question and switched to next, it is showing me green. Then if it is red, that means I have skipped this question and I do not know the answer about the question. Then it is 3, which is in yellow color. That means it is showing me that it has been saved and reviewed later, so that there are few questions which students feel that they can come back and they can do the assessment for those questions later. For that, we have, I'll just show you. So this is basically that tab which is asking you to set your question as save and review later, so that you can come back to this question as and when you get the time. So by the time I click on, in between, I can click on skip tour if I already know all these details. When I click on skip tour, I will land up on the actual assessment. This is the first question that is appearing on for me on the screen. The three fundamental objectives of computer security are. So I'll just read the options now and click on the correct option. For the demo purposes, we have kept the correct option marked here. But for when the student and faculty will be giving the actual assessment, the correct option will not be shown to them. And because it's an assessment for the students only, so that's why we will not be showing the correct option at that time, at the time of assessment. And when I click on save and next button, it will get marked here in green. And if I want to skip this question, I'll click on this button and on this button, it will take me to the next. So forth and so on. I click on save and review later. As you can see, it is showing me in yellow. Then click on this. And for example, after attempting these 9 questions, I want to go back to the 6th question and want to attempt that question. I can directly click here and I'll land up on 6th question and I'll just write it. And by the time I click on save and next, the yellow color will now change to green. So now I can come to 9th, 10th question and save them as review for later. And this is how the assessment needs to be taken. And by the time for the students, it will ask you to attempt all the questions, but because it's a demo, it will take long for me to answer all the questions at this point of time. So that's why I am submitting it in between. But for the students, they have to attempt all the questions. So this will be the assessment review, how it will look like. The first tab, which is in green, is showing the questions that the student has attempted. So the question and question for review he has passed, and questions, how many questions he or she has skipped, and questions not attempted. By the time the student click on submit assessment, one screen will appear of this sort, which will actually show that thank you for your participation and you have submitted your assessment successfully. To view the report, the student can click on view report. So I'll just show you the report from here. So these many assessments I have given already. So when I click on view report, it will show me these reports. When I click on aptitude assessment, how much I have scored in aptitude assessment, it will show me how I have performed. For mental aptitude, I have 5 star. I have integrity aptitude, 3 star. Spiritual, I have 5. Physical, I have 5. For social, I have 4. So in particular, for example, if I have given this assessment today and I have found that integrity aptitude is 3 star for me for as of today, and I want to improve on integrity aptitude, and I can come back and give the assessment after 2 months, say, and check how much I have gained in integrity aptitude from last 2 months. So this will actually give me how in what particular area I have strengths. And for example, for mental aptitude, it is showing me that people can be easily influenced with your personality because you have the good influensive mental aptitude skills. So when I click on the next tab, which is showing me the engineering assessment report, It is telling me cloud computing, I have 5 star and so forth and so on. This is how my report is showing me for particularly for engineering. And when I click on emerging area assessment, it is showing me the assessment report for emerging areas. By the time I click on print report, it will show me the consolidated report.
If it is taking too much time, previous assessment you can show.
Yes, 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 yes. So this is how the consolidated report will look like. So it is showing me all the assessments that I have taken and how I have performed in those assessments. So overall rating is 5 star. So students, just to tell you, in your CV, if you will insert this page along with your CV, it will actually add value to your CV because it is from the AICTE side and it is showing you what all strengths you have. And from this, you can actually start building your CV also. And you can show it in the industry to the industry people also that how much, what all are your strengths. So the report will be beneficial in your future. I'll just show. Yes. So from here, just have to click on print report and you will see that report. That's it from my side. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And if you have any queries, please let me know. Please write in the chat box. I will answer to your queries. Someone is asking, can I submit the exam before halftime? No, because it has not been launched till now, but on the day of launch, we will not allow the students to leave the assessment in between. They have to take the full assessment and then only they can submit it. Someone is asking what to do when we are logging as a student but not able to get details of our email ID. So if the student has given the correct email ID to the institute, they will definitely get the email on their registered email ID that they have given to the institute for the assessment. There is one question. Someone is asking that, ma'am, when we have to register, so the registration will start from 13th of September, which is Monday. And you will see that register button appearing on ACE-Lab portal from Monday onwards, 13th, which is next Monday. How many times we can retake the assessment? There is no limit. You can take the assessment n number of times so that you can get to know what all levels you have gained in your studies and how much improvement you have shown from the last assessment that you have taken. Assessment can SLA done in mobile? As of now, we have not given the option of mobile app, but in future we will be. There is one very good question they are asking, is there any negative mark system for assessment? So negative marks are basically for the test or exam. So because it's an assessment, there is no concept of negative marks. It's just for your reference and it's just to show you where you are lagging and what goal, how you can reach your goal. There are many people who are saying that I'm unable to register. Just to tell them that the registration has not started yet. It will be starting on 13th of September. Before the registration is starting, we are actually giving you the demo, and in between also we will be communicating with the institutes about the steps, and we'll be sending the details also to the institutes, and the institute in turn will telling the students to start registering and start logging in and give their assessment. There is no negative marks. So someone is saying that, ma'am, if it is being done on the PC, then what is the need of switching off the mobile? So all the online examination, if I would say, or the assessments for that, for getting the full concentration, you have to switch off the mobile if you are giving the examination with full attention. Will we get our score? The star ratings and the strengths is the form of is in the form of score. We are not telling you exactly the score, but we are giving you the star ratings. We are telling you what are your strengths. There is one question asking, what if the college has not updated our details and hence our details do not appear when we register? So in that case, you can register as an outside student, and then the institute will actually enable you, and then you can take your assessment. So just to mention, it is pertinent to mention here that there are two sort of assessments that students can take. There is one is called self-assessment, another is called the assigned assessment. When the institute will assign the assessment, it will come under the tab called assigned by institute. And if the student want to go for the self-assessment, there will be another tab which will be called self-assessment. So what is the difference between the assigned assessment and self-assessment is, assigned assessment, for example, I am the student of computer science, and I am, for example, I am the faculty of computer science, and I want all my students who are studying in under me uh, to go through the assessment of computer science. So I will just allow all my students to take the assessment. I will assign all the students for the computer science assessment. But for the self-assessment, the student has the liberty to choose the discipline in which they want to give the assessment. For example, they can give the assessment in computer science individually. They can give the assessment individually for the emerging areas. Yes, it is free. It is free of cost. AICTE is not charging anything for this assessment. There is one question asking, our star rating will change with every test we give, or it is constant? So just to answer this question, I would just say that it depends on your performance. If you are performing well in the next assessment, obviously the star rating will change. And all your previous assessments will also appear in the assessment report list. So by the time you click on assessment report, you can see all the reports that you have taken till now, and you can actually evaluate how much you have gained and what are the shortcomings that you have found from the last assessment. So somebody is asking what are the benefits of this report and other than placement and self-analysis. So other than this, it is telling the institute where institute is standing right now in interstate, in intrastate, where the student are standing right now, where they are positioned in overall country. So on till that extent, we have grown this assessment. We have grown this assessment till that extent. So there are multiple questions asking about the mobile. We have not launched the mobile app till now, but in future we are planning to go for the mobile app also. So there is one question that, Madam, does our assessment only visible to us or anybody could see them? So for the assessment particularly, if it is a self-assessment, it will be shown to you, to the student only. And if it is a assigned assessment, the institute can see it, but it will not actually do any changes in your performance, in your overall score in your college. Somebody is asking, ma'am, can we take assessment anytime we want? Yes, the ACE Lab portal will be available 24/7. They can take the assessment anytime. But for the assigned assessment, as I have told just now, the faculty will assign or the institute will assign the time frame from between which the student has to take the assessment. For example, the way I showed you that for Ravi Kumar, the assessment date was from 20th till 22nd. So Ravi can take the assessment between 20th till 22nd, but for the self-assessment, they can take the assessment anytime. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot from our side. I think that's it. If you have any further queries, you can write us to like SLA project at aicte-india.org, and we will answer those queries. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks you. Thanks a lot. It was a wonderful telling you the details, and as I can see the chat, the students are sounding very excited about the assessment, and it will be starting on 13th of September. And we will be waiting for your first step towards your career. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, participants, for patiently listening. Thanks for all AICT team.
Thanks, Shivani. Thanks, Nishant.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, all the participants. Thank you.